Okay, so I'm posting a compilation of all the videos that I made while I was in the hospital. Keep in mind that I was in a coma for like 6 days, and when I woke up, I was really confused and didn't really know what the hell was happening. I didn't know what was going on. I was having trouble even messaging people, like trying to remember how. I was convinced that my phone had just changed. Everything on my phone changed, and I thought months had passed. Like, dang, it's only been a couple of months and everything's changed, and I don't even know how to use this anymore because my brain just could not understand basic things, which was why I told CPS, yeah, I mean, put the kids somewhere safe. I had no idea how long I had been in the coma. And I just wanted my kids safe. And I didn't know how long I was going to be sick. I was still seeing things when I woke up. When I made, I think the first post that I'm going to show you, I was still seeing things. Like, I was convinced that people were talking about me, that there was bugs in the ceiling, that there was a spaghetti noodle legged monster that was coming down and trying to convince me to go to its dimension. Like, it was weird, okay? So, keep that in mind, that my brain wasn't really working when I made those posts, but I'm going to share them anyways because I know not everybody's on TikTok and they're curious what happened. Hey guys, so I wanted to update with the situation with Donnie. I made a very difficult decision, but he could not get a scan to check for neuroblastoma unless I surrendered him voluntarily to CPS. And that's what I ended up doing. And I know that people might not understand why I did that. When I was younger, I read Aesop's Fable, and there was a story about King Solomon and how he had to determine who the true mother was, and the two women had hold of the boy, and they were tugging, and one woman let go when he cried out. And so I felt like I didn't have a choice, and that if I voluntarily surrendered him, he could get the help he needed. I'll know where he is, and I don't have to worry about him dying before I can get his birth certificate. And so, like I said, it was a very difficult decision, but I just did what I thought I had to do to keep him alive. So, he's not coming home until I'm able to get his documents. I made a video explaining why I surrendered Donnie. Now, I am not surrendering him forever. It's a voluntary thing. I'm going to know where he is, who he's with. I'm going to be able to go to him, his doctor's appointments, whatever. And in 6 to 8 months or whatever, when I finally have what I need to get his insurance, I'll be able to petition to get him back. As for the other kids, I actually just agreed to have them all, anyone who was under 18, is all in foster care right now. They're all being placed in homes, mostly separated, which is unfortunate, but it was for a completely different reason, and they will be home much sooner. And again, since I did it voluntarily, I'll know where they are, I'll be able to see them and spend time with them, and I think that it'll be fun for them, like camp, you know? But yeah, no, I kind of had to also give them up. Completely different reason, though. When I when I asked CPS to take my kids, it was because I had absolutely no idea how long I was going to be in the hospital, how long they were going to be without someone to care for them, and I just wanted them to be safe. So if people want to unfollow me because I wanted my kids to be safe, then just go ahead and unfollow me. You think that like I made this decision lightly, and it's not even like that. You don't understand. So, if you guys want me to explain what happened, I'll do that. But I need a little bit of understanding right now. And I have every intention of starting the proceedings to getting them back as soon as I get home. I do have my Cash App in my bio if anyone wants to donate to help. I'm obviously not working right now. So yeah, unfollow if you want, I don't care. People keep commenting, like, how many did I take to overdose? I thought I'd highlight this comment because, first of all, I didn't realize that they were extra strength. No, I didn't read the label. They weren't even real Tylenol. They were off-brand, acetaminophen. I can't take anything else because of my kidney. I can't take aspirin, I can't take ibuprofen, I can only take Tylenol. So, in my mind, that meant Tylenol is safe. So, I was taking 2 every 4 hours, and I popped a couple extra, you know, because it still hurt so bad. The Tylenol wasn't helping. And then I read the label, and I realized, oh no, I definitely overdid it. And I went to the hospital, and I obviously am alive because I went to the hospital before it was too late, but not everyone does. And one of the things that I thought was really interesting is the CPS worker who I spoke to said that his sister accidentally did the same thing once. It's a thing. People think that Tylenol is safe. They think you can just take as much as you want, really. I had absolutely no idea that that amount was dangerous. I know people who just take handfuls. Yummy. You know what I mean? And, no, they were the teeny tiny ones. So I thought they were like a mild strength. Not extra strength. They're small. So yeah. When I realized what I had done, I called 911 and I got help. And the messages between my friend and I kind of helped me understand that I was already in the hospital being treated before it was too late. And it's lucky that I was there because I blacked out and I was tripping. It was the worst trip. No, but really, it was like my mind was gone. I thought I was dead. It was very scary.
Nana wanted to see you. Nana wants to say hi.
And I was intubated when I woke up. It was a very horrible experience, and I did not mean to do it. And CPS was understanding. When I agreed to have them take them, I wasn't even seeing clearly. Like, I was hallucinating so bad. Like, I can't even explain it because I plan on writing a book to explain it. And I don't want to give away the plot, I guess. So, you know, once I get the book made, you guys should, you know, buy it and show some support. Anyway, yeah. It's easy to overdose on Tylenol. Easier than people think. I had a really scary time at the hospital. I kept hearing people saying that I needed a transplant surgery, but I wasn't really able to communicate with anyone because I was intubated, which I guess is really scary for my loved ones to see. I don't even really know how long I was here. My timeline got a little wonky, a little confused, but I don't need a transplant, so I'm guessing that I fixed myself, even though my eyes are still yellow. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm getting better. And as far as CPS helping me, it's just supposed to be temporary. As soon as I am home, they're supposed to tell me exactly where the kids are. Like, we're working together. They didn't know at the time that I asked them to take the kids whether or not it was going to be weeks or months. I had no idea. Like, I had a tube in my nose because they pulled out the intubation, but they still left the thing that was, like, in my nose and mouth. And I was hallucinating really badly, and I was just losing my shit. And I just didn't know if I was even going to get better. And so I was like, okay, well, I want to make sure the kids are somewhere safe, somewhere that, you know, they'll be taken care of, and, you know, the young ones are still young. I kind of have it in my head that that whoever has them, if they bond with them, then they'll be just like godparents. So if something happens to me in the future, they'll already have someone, like a backup, that they can go to. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't know if I was going to die, and so I made that decision. Now I'm feeling a lot better, and it's unfortunate because today was court, and today was the day they were officially taken. Before that, I just asked them, and I can show you guys screenshots, like, I asked them for help, because I didn't want the kids just at the house. I didn't want Adam having to take care of them. I didn't even leave the food stamps at home. Like, they were in my purse. So I couldn't afford to send enough money. And I already know that it's not like I could ask people for help, because people get really offended whenever I try to ask for help. So, like on my last post. But I feel like I'm doing better. I had the lines taken out of my neck. Still a little crusty. I washed my hair, so I'm feeling a lot prettier now. Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm getting better. They don't want me to leave the hospital until I stop having fevers, and I haven't had a fever since like early this morning. So if I wake up and don't have a fever, I might even be able to go home tomorrow. So we'll see. So today, I'm finding out what really happened with my kids, and I'm fucking pissed, because CPS told me that, you know, just because I was sick, and they just wanted to help for a couple weeks. So one of my friends has one of my kids, and I was like, why are you acting like you have to get her a bed? It's only a couple weeks. She'll be fine. Just let her go home. And she's like, well, no, I have to be her foster mom now. And I was like, for a couple weeks? And she was like, no, CPS said it's going to be for like a year. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Why would it be for a fucking year? What is going on? So I talked to one of my kids, and apparently CPS told all my children that they had to leave the house. Even though I left the kids with 2 adults, they told my kids that they couldn't be at home, and so they just went wherever the fuck, and CPS just decided that they would swoop in and take them. And charged me with neglect, like I abandoned them or something. I didn't abandon them. I left them with 2 adults. It is perfectly legal to leave your kid. I am fucking pissed. I've already contacted my lawyer to appeal the court's decision, because they had no fucking right. They had no fucking right to take advantage of me when I'm in this vulnerable position and tell me it's going to be a fucking couple weeks when they are going to try to take them for a fucking year. I thought it was a fucking couple weeks. So anyway, so for everybody who was, like, why would you trust CPS? Why would I trust CPS? You're right. Why the fuck would I? Why would I? Why would I ever think that you could trust them? Because in my head, I'm like, wow, that's really nice that they're trying to help, you know, because it's a lot of responsibility for Adam to have to worry about. And if they want to help out for a few weeks, it's no big deal. But for a fucking year, for what? Because I got fucking sick? I'm not a fucking drug addict. I overdosed on fucking acetaminophen. Anyways, I'm fucking pissed. I'm so pissed right now, and I will be getting my kids back. I will be appealing the courts. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know how to express how fucking pissed I am right now. I'll be leaving the hospital. I'm done. I guess I'm recovered, because it's a miracle. Look, I'm better. I'm going home. Okay. I'm gonna lay out like the timeline of events from the beginning. So in the beginning, CPS initiated a case because of my ex, which, as they should, I guess. But my ex's lawyer was like, just take all the kids so that Donnie can get medical care. And the judge was like, well, let's meet back up later. I don't know about all that. And so I contacted the worker and was like, hold up. If I let you take Donnie, can you get him medical care? And she was like, yes. And I was like, and it'll be temporary. And she was like, yes. I was like, okay. So I get my wisdom teeth pulled, taking my medicine. It's too much for me. It's too much. It hurts. I take more. I take more. I take more. I end up feeling really sick. I go to the doctor. The CPS worker, I guess she meets up with me there to sign some paperwork, but now she knows I'm not home. So she goes to my house and she tells my kids, you guys, you can't be here. Your mom's not here. You're going to have to find somewhere else to go. So she tells my children to leave the house for fucking some reason. I end up in the ICU because I'm still sick and like throwing up and blacking out, and I'm basically like, I was so sick it was like I was in another world. It was like I was living a different life. It was like I was gone for months. I was intubated. When I finally did wake up, I thought it had been months. I was really, really confused. The ammonia levels in my blood were so high that I was literally seeing giants. Okay? Literally seeing giants. And I was like, look, right there. It's right there. And the nurses would be like, there's nothing there. And I'd be like, I don't know why you're lying. Why don't you believe me? I mean, you obviously are lying to me. It's obviously a cover-up. So I was paranoid. It was a physiological thing. It wasn't like a mental health thing. It was like the poison levels in my blood were just too high. So when CPS contacted me and said, you know, your kids are here, how about we set them up in foster care while you're healing? And at this point, I'm like, okay, I don't even know what the hell is going on with my body. I don't know why I'm dying. Maybe I'm not dying. Maybe I'm getting better. But I don't want my kids to not have food. So, okay, yeah. You know, for a few weeks, that's great. I trust you. Because who the fuck trusts CPS? Obviously, I don't trust CPS. I'm not stupid. But my brain was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. That would be wonderful because I fucking trust you, right? So I agree to it. And then the next day, I find out that one of my kids is with someone I know. I message her, and I'm like, hey, my daughter wants to go visit her boyfriend. I'm fine with it. Why don't you go ahead and let her? And she's, like, talking about, I don't think that she needs a boyfriend, and I'm going to let her focus on getting ready for college. And I'm, what are you talking about? What are you talking about college for? I'll be back in a couple weeks. You're only needed for a couple weeks, bro. And she's like, no, the worker told us that this can take up to a year. And I'm like, what? Because that's not what I was agreeing to. I thought I was agreeing to my kids finding a safe place because for some reason they couldn't be at home. I didn't even know what was going on. So I contact Mara. She's like, yeah, the social worker told us we couldn't be at the house. And I was like, oh my God, why didn't I even think to ask? Why weren't the kids just at my fucking house? When I left, I had Andrew and Adam, 2 adults. And during the day, the kids go to school. So really, it was just like Adam with the 2 little ones. But apparently, CPS was like, well, Adam is just a fresh, young, brand new adult who couldn't possibly handle babysitting his siblings. And so they treated me like I had abandoned the kids. And so I am going to have my lawyer appeal because that's absolutely fucking ridiculous that they took advantage of me when my brain was still vulnerable and the ammonia levels in my blood were still high. I'm getting better. Like, I don't know, like, you can kind of tell. There's only a little bit of yellow still in my eyes. I'll update you guys. But that's basically the whole story as of right now. I was okay with them taking Donnie so that Donnie can get medical care so he doesn't die. I didn't want them taking the other kids. I only agreed to it because I didn't know what the fuck was going on and I was confused. And I thought, yeah, I don't want my kids to starve if no one's willing to take care of them. I don't know why they're not just with Adam, but okay. I didn't know that they told my kids to leave the house so that they could charge me with neglect. Oh yeah, and then another thing, the girl that has my daughter, she was like, oh yeah, and there's no running water at your house. So then I contact Adam, and I'm like, Adam, why didn't you just tell me there's no running water at the house? I'll send you some money. So he sends me a video of the water running, and I'm like, so what the fuck? Like, they just were making shit up. They were lying and putting stuff in their little paperwork that was completely untrue, and that's why I'm pissed right now. So like I said, I'm going to have my lawyer appeal because they just absolutely took advantage of me in a completely vulnerable, helpless state. You know, when I just got out of the ICU, almost died, and They're not going to get away with this. Being in a coma is so wild because it's like you remember things in the wrong order, or things happen more than once. It's like a weird ass dream that you can't just wake up from. I was seeing things, even like I would start to wake up and I would think that I thought I was in an airport at one point. I thought I was on a pirate ship at one point. So as I started to wake up, things started to look more clear, but I was still hearing things and seeing things that weren't real. Like, I heard the doctors saying things like, in order to be strong, you have to endure pain, and that's why we want her to endure pain or whatever. And I was like, what are you talking about? I've been through plenty of pain. The doctor would not have said that. What the heck was I thinking? I also was like imagining that there was like this monster above my room, and I could hear like the doctors and stuff talking about sacrificing me to it. Yeah, so I was out of my mind. And the reason that is because I was in the coma because of liver damage. Like, my liver failed, it shut down, I fell into a coma, and the ammonia levels in my blood were so high that I was hallucinating, I couldn't think clearly, my brain just wasn't working. Even after, like, I first woke up, I still was very, very confused and was seeing things and hearing things for, like, days. Several days, in fact. Like, I think when I finally left the ICU, I stopped seeing bugs on the wall, but I was still, like, convinced I had a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I don't know why I thought I did. I was just very, very confused. So I came home, not this past Monday, but the one before it. The next day I had court, and CPS was very nice. They said they did not want to take my kids. They just really thought I was dying. And my friend, Tanya, she would have taken the kids, but she already has a lot of kids. And because, like, if they would have known it was just going to be for a few days, it wouldn't have been a problem. Like, Tanya babysat my kids when I went to go visit my grandmother in January, you know, so she's used to watching my kids for me. The problem was that because they thought I was dying, she wouldn't have been a suitable foster home because she had a lot of kids and plus my kids. So that's why they took them and separated them the way that they did. So it's crazy. When I went to court, I agreed to cooperate with what they wanted to do because they said they just wanted me to get better, to make sure I could take care of the kids before they started sending them home. And I know what you're thinking, like, why would you trust CPS? Well, because Mara, Dash, Darla, Marvelous, they're home already, and Martalia is going to be home Monday. So far, it doesn't seem like I have any reason to believe that they were lying to me because the kids have already been coming home. The babies are going to be home too, but the only thing slowing that up is that Modi tested positive for lead, so I've got to have the health department figure out everywhere the lead is so I can get it all taken care of, and CPS said they're going to help me with that too so that the rest of the kids can come home, and as soon as I get Donnie's documents in the mail, he'll be coming home too. So it seems like they are not against me, they're genuinely trying to help me, which is a relief because I know the last thing I posted, I was like freaking out because I was like, oh my god, did they trick me when my brain wasn't working? I was so scared, but it seems like, no, they really just wanted to help me because they thought that I was going to, you know, and I almost did. So I just wanted to update you guys, let you know that everything is good, and the kids have been coming home, and everything is fine. And I'll be posting more soon. I just wanted to at least get this update made so that you guys wouldn't be so worried because I've been getting a lot of messages, and I do appreciate all the thoughtful messages. I haven't had a chance to read everything, but I do really, truly appreciate all your thoughtful comments and messages. You guys are awesome, and thanks for following.